Now it's time to say goodnight. Oh, wait, that's the goodbye song. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever the case may be. It is the Aloha Hour, and I am back once again. I don't know how long I streamed today, but it's been good. It's been a wonderful, wonderful Cyber Monday. Welcome, one and all. At this point, I believe it's one. Oh, now there's two. Let me grab. Oh, I know what I wanted to title this. Shoot. This is the Unicorn Hour. You gonna take the other computer? No. My son is all persnickety because I took the computer. Because I said I need the computer to do the old Aloha Hour, and he's like, meh, meh, meh. Primary stream, yeah. Boy, once again, the stream is not in great shape. Good to see you doing well. Thank you, James Hayes. SIXGUN. Hey. What does persnickety mean? It means complaintive, not sort of, you know, unhappy, complaining. Jiminy Cricket, aloha. Stream looks good on my PC. Does it? All right, I'm gonna pop open another window over here so I can see what's happening. YouTube. Oh, and then my PC. Nope. Oh yeah, that's not bad at all. Contemplative, not contemplative. Persnickety. All right, you know what? Let's do a persnickety definition. An exact. Placing too much emphasis on the trivial or minor details. Fussy. Fastidious. I was going to go with the fussy part. Hold on. It's getting warm in here. I'll open up the window. It's getting warm in here. Let's open up the windows. Picky or fussy? Picky or fussy? Well, I'm saying he was being quite fussy, so sorry. Pancho Rodriguez O'Malley. Where's my refund for the book I bought 3 years ago, Mike? I asked you for it 30 seconds ago. Yes, are you paying note to the puppy dog on Twitter who's being quite the crybaby? You watched Ethan's stream from earlier. That's nice. I did not. I went and I had dinner with my wife and family, and then then I had to do no, all this on the farm. What up, dude? And then I had to take care of one other thing art-wise that had to get taken care of before I go to where am I going? Japan. You know what I should do? I know. It's been a while, and I know you guys have missed it. So it's Japan time. We got to Japan on Wednesday. Congrats on the success of your Cyber Monday sale. Thank you, P Money. It really is quite a success, isn't it? It's bloody hell. It's, remember I was saying that Good Friday. It was a Good Friday, but that Black Friday was my it was bigger than my first day. Right? Normally, it's like your first day is the biggest day of your campaign, and then the last day is your second biggest day. Dude, Black Friday was my best day of this campaign, and today is my second biggest day. I'm quite thrilled, really, with the results of this little experiment, I suppose you can say. Go to the Gojira Museum. It looks freaking awesome. Okay, Returu. I tried that. Oh. And I'm just good, man. I'm good. This campaign, not everything has gone according to plan with this campaign. It is certainly not going along the model of the previous campaign at all, right? I mean, like, really functionally different. And then there's some other, I know that chair's beat to hell. There are some other helps I was expecting that have not come through as yet. And I really think that, you know, it's possible we could have done even more amazingly on Black Friday and today had certain things happened. I'm sorry, I shouldn't even talk about this because I have to be all cryptic because I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. So let's not talk about it. This campaign's going great. Dang, today and Friday were incredible. So I don't know how the rest of the Christmas season or the rest of the campaign's what is it, like 18 more days of this thing? Let me see. We've got blah 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 17 days left. Let me refresh and see where we are. We are at $27,945. That is one purchase away from 28 grand and 17 days to go. It's okay to throw Nasser under the bus. Nasser has a lovely little chair under the bus where he just sits and he's comfortable, and everyone just lets him stay there all the time. I was just typing to kick Nasser out of the bus. Bring Nasser in just so you can kick him. It's so fun, isn't it? It's fun. Nasser's a good kid. I really do like Nasser. I wish that he was better at taking instruction, but I think at some point this kind of stuff will sink in. And I think someday it's entirely possible that Nasser does become a really good writer. What's up, buddy?
I'm making my naughty and nice list.
Your naughty and nice list? Who's on the naughty list?
Mike and Yurdo.
Oh, that's messed
Should I put
up.
Nasser on it?
Put Nasser on the naughty list. Since
Who else?
so many people are getting the 3-pack, has that affected your consideration for earnings? Since you have to print all 3 and you're probably bringing in less per book. Don't do that with the spit. I hate that. Dude. No spit bubbles. No spit bubbles.
Should I put Doug on the naughty list for not washing his hands?
Absolutely. Doug belongs on the naughty list for not washing his hands.
Who else?
Oh, what the heck?
How about Malin?
Malin?
Definitely Nasser.
Malin lives on the naughty list.
Okay.
Am I
Put me on
hypnotizing?
the naughty list.
Because you're a naughty little boy.
Should I put you on the
You're
naughty
all
list?
falling, getting sleepy. You really, really want to buy original art from the Meg campaign.
No, you don't.
Hey, don't mess up my hypnotisms.
Should I put Jiminy Cricket on the nice list?
Yes, Jiminy Cricket is definitely on the nice
On the
list.
naughty list, okay.
How about Caesar goes on the naughty?
How do you spell his name? Jiminy.
Jiminy. Cricket with no C. Isn't cricket supposed to have a C? C-R-I-C-K-E-T?
Yeah, it
It's
is.
just naughty list alumni. Yeah.
Who wants to be on the?
nice. I'm nice.
If you super chat right now, you will be on the nice list.
Oh yeah, there you go. My son is blackmailing you guys to be on the nice list.
Give us money and we'll put you on the nice list.
Give us money. I'd rather they get stuff from the campaign than super chat. Thank you very much. John Naughty List Malin.
Who else wants to be on the nice and naughty list?
John, are you there?
Hello, hello.
Hello.
You're on the naughty list.
Yep.
We just put you on the naughty list, Malin.
Brother.
Were your ears burning?
Oh, no.
Little kid in my voice.
Hashtag flat earth is real.
We all know it. No, flat earth should be on the naughty list. That makes no sense.
Exactly.
If the campaign hits 30K, Mike needs to blow a spit bubble. Spit bubbles are disgusting. Don't. Swallow that. Swallow that right now. Freaking gross. Oh my gosh. Believe in unicorns. All this on the farm. Thank you very much. That's what I wanted to talk about.
Unicorns are on the nice list.
Did you see what happened while we were on the last stream?
What happened?
Oh my gosh. They announced. Here it is. All right, I'm going to share this. I'm going to share this article because it's just, you know, I'm here to crush Doug
Our
Knapple's dreams.
Wait, now.
Here we are.
Burn all
Here we are.
them.
Siberian unicorn lived at the same time as modern humans.
Brother.
Suck it, Doug.
The ancient rhino has been the Siberian unicorn due to its large single horn. It may have once sported. Yeah, right. For a long time, it was thought that the ancient rhino species, Elasmotherium sibericum, known as the Siberian unicorn, went extinct between 200,000 and 100,000 years ago. Now improved dating of fossil bones suggests that it survived until at least 39,000 years ago. Today, there are just 5 surviving species of rhino, but at different times in the past, there were as many as 250 different species. Of these, one of the most impressive was Elasmotherium sibericum, weighing up to 3.5 tons. It lived on the blah, 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 blah. Dude, unicorns are real. Doug Knaple can eat it.
Doug.
It's a rhino.
It's a unicorn. Its
Doug's
name
nipple.
is the Siberian unicorn.
Yeah, but it even says it's a rhino.
It's a species of rhino called the Siberian unicorn.
Brother.
My little kid in the microwave.
Well,
Oh my gosh, why?
You can call the narwhal a unicorn.
Unicorn.
Would you stop? Heck. Freaking kids are on crack or something. How much sugar did you guys eat?
I began you.
Oh my goodness. Does anybody want to buy some children?
No. But when they turn whatever fighting age, they're welcome to be Mela militia.
Fighting age. They're already fighting age. You just
Oh, okay. All right, you guys are.
fight on YouTube because they'll strike your channel.
They already striked ours.
Literally, dude. These guys were just turn that. Hey! No, turn it off. They had their own channel and they wrestled on it once and they struck it for child endangerment. So stupid. Yeah, because like
We got copyright strike.
kids don't wrestle, right?
Right.
We
Little
got our
boys.
peak and we got 17 viewers at once.
Oh, see, that's pretty good for live streaming.
We were not live streaming. We were just running around with the live streaming iPad.
That's live streaming.
Okay.
Genius.
Lost
All the what?
this.
I
I
don't
think
know.
we
Why is
found-
everybody coming in here? I'm trying to live stream.
Why this?
I saw you were right. Unicorns confirmed. Mike was right. Checking out all these wonderful comments. This is the only reason Mike started this live stream, isn't it? Maybe.
It's not a
Mike,
unicorn,
please.
guys.
Oh, man, Mike was right. Suck it, Malin.
Yeah.
Is that
Everyone-
a meme of Mike? Here we go. Hashtag unicorns. Where's the rainbow hair, though? Yeah, it is missing the rainbow hair.
Well, it's because it's not a unicorn.
Can I eat some unicorn meat? So, anyways, there it is.
Well, one, not a unicorn. Two,
So, Malin, what'd you
not
do
even
about the
a
drink?
horse. Is my volume down?
Dadgummit. Okay. Were you saying something?
Yeah, is my volume down?
No, the speaker's busted, so somebody must have bumped it. The wire's loose, so. But you heard me. What were you saying?
I'm saying one, it's not a unicorn. Two, not even a horse.
Unicorns aren't horses. There's nowhere in the Bible that it says a unicorn is a horse.
Everyone knows that a unicorn is a horse. This is common knowledge.
The illustrations of the horse unicorn are much newer than the book of Job, which describes unicorns, which was written like 4,000 years ago.
Okay, all right. So apparently we're going to have to do a deep dive on this because my stance is unicorns are not real. And that's unicorns as in a horse. I
agree.
A singular horn coming out of its head.
I agree.
Now, if you want to tell me there's an old rhino that happened to be called a unicorn, yeah, okay, I can believe that, but it does not mean unicorns are real.
No, horse unicorns are not real.
Okay, so let's do the Bible deep dive. Give me your full theory from front to back, and I will try to figure out a way to explain that you're wrong.
Oops. Okay, so blah, 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 blah. How old is the book of Job exactly? When was the book written?
Mountain Shark says, Mike, just stop. You're scaring the children.
No, the children love that there were unicorns. Written between the 7th and 4th centuries BC. So 2020, 27, just say 2,500 years ago. 6th century BC. Oh, 2,600 years ago. And what are, well, doing a deep dive, you just want the scriptures in the book of Job?
Yeah,
right.
Just tell me what you're pulling from, because I have no idea. And I'm sure there's plenty of people in your audience that haven't followed you for the last year and whatever you and Doug have been babbling about. Go ahead.
So in this section of Job, God is asking Job like about different creatures that are too powerful for him, like the Leviathan. It's like, can you put a hook in the jaw of the Leviathan? Like, you can't catch a Leviathan with a fish hook, right? You can't. What's the other one?
Well, you might not be able to. I could.
So, in the same vein, he's talking about unicorns here. It says, will the unicorn be willing to serve thee or abide thy crib? Canst thou bind the unicorn with his band in the furrow, or will he harrow the valleys after thee? In other words, can you use him as a yoke animal, right? Like an oxen. Wilt thou trust him because his strength is great, or wilt thou leave thy labor to him? Wilt thou believe him that he will bring home thy steed and gather it into thy barn? So,
Steed?
Seed.
Oh, okay.
In other words, you can't use a unicorn as a freaking ox or a mule, or it's not an
I agree.
Tame and used.
I agree. You cannot use a unicorn as an ox or a mule.
But if it was a horse, you could put a bridle on it, couldn't you?
Well, no, because unicorns do not exist.
I know, but I'm just saying, if this was describing
Yeah, if it was, yes, you would be able to throw a whatever, a yoke on it or whatever to plow your field or do whatever you got to do with it.
Right, but this here 3.5 ton monster,
Mm-hmm.
this is roughly twice the size of a modern unicorn, modern rhinoceros.
Modern unicorn.
Well, the modern unicorn, the modern Asian rhino with the one horn is still called the unicornus. That's the scientific name for the unicorn.
So are you arguing to Doug that the Bible was actually only referring to a rhino?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, maybe.
He refuses to. It's like what? Why?
There are a lot of rhinos in the Middle East.
No, but there weren't. This was. He's talking about animals around the world. It's Job.
With Job,
God knows the freaking animals he created.
Yeah, but why wouldn't he refer to something that Job would be aware of? Or does Job know what a unicorn is?
Well, Asia is connected to the Middle East, so I don't know why they're, just because.
Well, you could argue that there was a caravan or a circus or something that might have came by with a rhino or a unicorn.
Well, you can argue that animals had different areas that they existed in earlier than today. It's the Asian rhino today, but the African rhino at the Middle East is between Asia and Africa. Right. You think the Asian rhino and the African rhino are related? At some point, they had to be in the middle.
It's possible. As long as we're agreeing that we're talking about a rhino, I'd say it's possible.
Amen. Yeah. I know you. Yeah, I don't understand Doug's resistance to this. It's like, it's a freaking rhinoceros. It's got one horn. It's being described very adequately. It's not talking about your damn horse.
Well, I mean, I really don't have a horse in this race. But if I was to devil advocate for Doug, if I was to try to make an argument here, if the rhino is, semi-common enough that Job would be aware of it, wouldn't God have referred to it as whatever the actual translation to rhino would have been instead of a unicorn?
They probably didn't come up with the name rhino. Let me see.
I mean, like, what did the original? I mean, what's the furthest translation that can go back for unicorn? Maybe there's overlap with a rhino. But if God was describing to Job I don't know, a butterfly.
The name rhinoceros has been in use since the 14th century.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm saying you could still work this, but I'm just saying if God was to describe to Joe and tell him a story and used a butterfly as a metaphor, he wouldn't refer to it as a Pegasus. He would say butterfly.
Yeah, but they've been using the word butterfly. So you can't. There's no word dinosaur in the Bible either, because that word wasn't created until 18.
Oh no! I'm saying whatever that translation would be. Like if I come up to you in a distant land and I try to describe, I don't know, a horse that you've never seen a horse or you may not know what a horse is. Maybe I would describe a dog. And you say, oh, yeah, dog? Yeah, well, dog. So I would say whatever the word for dog would be. And there could be a potential overlap between dog and horse.
Okay.
I'm making an argument for you, Mike.
Yeah, I wasn't listening because I was reading. Okay, say it again. I'm going to focus on what you're saying.
I'm saying, back to my original thing, is regardless of whatever the actual old translation of the word for rhino was, whatever you would call a rhinoceros 2,600 years ago,
right?
If God is talking to you, if you are more likely to be aware of a rhinoceros versus whatever an old translation for the word unicorn would be, God would describe it to you as a rhino, because you would be aware. He wouldn't say. The other idea is that if he was to describe a butterfly, he wouldn't refer to it as a Pegasus, because you know what a butterfly is.
Right. You mean in a modern context?
Yes. So he's going to tell Job. He's going to speak to Job in a language that Job understands.
Right.
So if he was trying to convey a rhinoceros to Job, he would have just said rhino, or whatever that old word for rhino would have been. He wouldn't have said unicorn. So.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, if you could go back through the histories of the word unicorn and find some other origin where it overlaps with the rhino, maybe 2,600 years ago, maybe those words were very similar or kind of interchangeable.
Right. Hold on a second. Let me look and see. Numbers. Job. Right. Job 39:9. The unicorn. You know, don't know what other than the Bible, what other context. Let me see something. Let me see if Marco Polo describes a unicorn.
Isn't Marco Polo's existence even questionable?
Oh.
I believe it is.
No, not at all.
I heard people say that Marco Polo could have been created by the same person who wrote down King Arthur. You never heard this before?
No.
Really? Okay, because I think one of the evidence against Marco Polo ever existing was he was supposed to have been a governor, I believe, in China, at a time when the Chinese were taking very good records, and he never was ever listed as being anywhere around there or named.
I'd have to look into that. Let's see. No.
Did you know that a hippopotamus? Do you know that translates to water horse?
I think I did know that.
Yes.
Let's see. Although Marco Polo was a Catholic in an era rife with allegorical stories, he apparently never paid much attention to the widely accepted depiction of unicorns because he described them as having hair like that of a buffalo. Hold on a second. Let me.
Oh, brother, you can do the split screen.
No, I'm going to share this while I describe what Marco Polo saw.
Okay.
Hair, like
Yeah, start back from the beginning.
Okay, although Marco Polo was a Catholic in an era rife with allegorical stories, he apparently never paid much attention to the widely accepted depiction of unicorns because he described them as having hair like that of a buffalo, feet like those of an elephant, and a horn in the middle of the forehead, which is black and very thick. Polo goes on to say, the head resembles that of a wild boar, and they carry it ever bent towards the ground. They delight much to abide in mire and mud. Did I just describe exactly what you're looking at?
In the ballpark. I wouldn't call that evidence. I'd say it's definitely in the ballpark.
Well, that makes it evidence.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, no, it doesn't make it proof, but it does make it evidence.
Well.
Damn it. I was trying to type buffalo, and you made me type evidence. All right. Hair like that of a buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
A thick black horn that comes out the middle of its head.
Mm-hmm.
Which obviously is that. Feet like an elephant, which I don't know about that. They're thick, wide feet though.
Yeah, it's close. It's in the ballpark.
And the head resembles that of a wild boar. Let me see.
Yeah. A pig.
Big, ugly pig. Yeah. That. And they carry it ever bent towards the ground. That's a given.
Mm-hmm.
And they delight much to abide in mire and mud. I don't know how you'd get that from this, but
Yeah.
Based on his description, we know that Polo was actually describing a rhinoceros, an animal that looks nothing like the legendary unicorn, except for it having one horn, which also looks nothing like a unicorn's. Although he just described this, not a modern day unicorn. Right? It has hair. Modern day unicorns don't have hair.
Oh.
So this thing was around when Marco Polo was freaking around.
I don't know, because the again, I would have to assume Marco Polo would recognize a pig. And I think that from what we're looking at here, the description would have either leaned closer to a rhino. Again, I mean, he would presumably know what a rhino is and what it looks like. Or he would probably describe this face as some kind of stunted horse or donkey.
Really?
The one we're looking at. Would you say it looks? What do you think that looks like? More like a donkey head or more like a pig?
Yeah, I'd say more like a donkey. Except.
Still in the unicorns.
Yeah, still in the unicorns.
Is this movie good, the good, the bad, and the ugly?
Heck yeah.
Okay, we're gonna watch it in the car later.
Okay. Well, actually, not really. Can't do that.
Just minimize your windows and put them next to each other.
Well, I'm saying the boar, other than the snout, it actually does look more like the boar. The ears and the eyes, well, maybe not the eyes so much, but the ears are far more like a boar than they are like a donkey.
So if Marco Polo was, when was Marco Polo supposed to be around? 1200, 1500?
1200s.
Okay. So would it be safe to assume?
By the way, before the word rhinoceros was ever used in the 1400s, 200 years before rhinoceros was a thing.
Okay, but he would have, if you saw this, if you knew what a rhino was, whatever they called it back in the day.
But he didn't, because this is one of those, dude, he was from Europe. He was from Venice.
He's traveling the world. He's going through Asia. You don't think he's seen a single rhino at this point?
No, that's what I'm saying. He's traveling the world, and he's
good?
The Jerk. Yeah, but it's rated R. I don't think you should watch it. He was traveling the world and documenting all the new things he saw. He'd never seen one of these.
Yeah.
So he described it as a unicorn, because unicorn literally means just one horn.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't see the pig face, and I think it's just too questionable. I never would have described that face that we're looking at. Yeah, this is an artist's interpretation, but I wouldn't describe that as a pig.
Pig face.
I figure a European would have said it looks like a donkey with a big horn coming out of its head with the body of a bison.
But the ears are way more like a pig than a donkey.
What was I going to say? Where did what did he describe the hair?
The hair like a buffalo.
Okay, so he's seen a buffalo. In Europe.
I don't know where he saw a buffalo. Buffalo and European bison. Yep.
Okay.
So here's Here's a European bison, which I think just strengthened my argument. Huh?
No, because this makes it go back to the description of it. Because if I was aware of a European bison, my description would have been pretty simple, that it looks like a European bison with one horn and thicker legs.
Well, describing it and Marco Polo yeah, maybe you use different language, but I mean, come on. How exact to the way you would have described it?
Did he describe the height of it, the size of it?
Oh shoot, where did I put that? Doug, Siberian, Mexican, Debbie Road, Putlass Bud.
Because I believe you said the size of the unicorn rhino here was twice the size of a regular rhino.
Yeah, it's 3.5 tons.
Yeah, so this thing's a monster.
Marco Polo describes the rhino. Yeah, hair like that of a buffalo, feet like those of an elephant, the horn in the middle of its forehead, which is black and very thick.
And he's seen elephant, which goes back to he's probably traveled.
Well, there's elephants in Asia. Yeah, I mean, this is the stuff he's describing.
Yeah, and rhinos, right?
I don't know. I mean, if he's describing a rhino, well, he's obviously not describing an Asian rhino, like a modern Asian rhino, because they don't have hair like a buffalo.
He could have been seeing things.
No. Let me see if it says anything about the size. Openly admits he heard of unicorns, even claims to know what they look like by saying, "'Tis passing ugly beast to look upon, and is not the least like that which are stories." Okay, right. So he knows about the horse unicorn, and he says, "'Tis a passing." He says it claims to know what they look. Wait, no. Admits that he heard of unicorns, and even claims to know what they look like by saying, "'Tis a passing ugly beast to look upon, and is not in the least like that which our stories tell of as being caught in the lap of a virgin. In fact, 'tis altogether different from what we fancied. However, it never crosses his mind, after years of traversing the uncharted areas of the world, that this creature may not be a unicorn." So in the end, Marco Polo thought rhinos were unicorns because what else could they possibly be? So I'd like to actually read his full account. I've read through some of Marco Polo's writings. It's interesting stuff.
Or the guy who made up Marco Polo.
I think it's a lot harder to swallow that one.
Well, I think that
I think it's a lot easier to think that that whatever Chinese emperor came after was embarrassed by or hated the fact that there was a European in any level of control and just erased him from history. Because he documented so much that nobody had ever seen that has been provably true.
or he's the author has actually seen these through things like circuses and maybe traveling the world himself a little bit.
Well, he documented a whole bunch of stuff about Mongolia and China that no white man had. Well,
they were out there.
Yeah, the traders on the Silk Road were.
Yeah.
Meh. I don't know. I don't see any reason to. Regardless of whether or not Marco Polo is true, the reports are freaking hardcore accurate.
Didn't you describe a T-Rex?
Yep. No, he described an Allosaurus.
Oh.
T-Rexes only have 2 claws. Allosauruses have 3. So what he was describing had 3 claws. Alrighty. So yeah. Where's my Google Hands? All right. Stop screen sharing.
What about Mongolians?
What about?
Do you have any records in there?
Yeah, and it's crazy, dude. The records that Marco Polo kept about the Mongolians and their nomadic lifestyles, they haven't changed at all. I watched a documentary.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm asking, Mike. I'm saying, what about the Mongolians and their records of Marco Polo?
Oh, I don't know.
Again, I mean, these are, you know, even though they're more tribal and nomadic, I mean, there are still, you know, records.
Marco Polo went to China after all, studies suggest on the history. Let's see.
History Channel. They say mermaids are real.
Born 1254, Venetian Republic. But the other scholars have argued market basis China and cleaning fellow traders actually had been there. Last two in the time, skeptics was small. Blah, 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 blah. Now, however, research by Hans Ulrich Vogel of Germany's Tübingen University might help restore Marco Polo's integrity in a new book entitled Marco Polo Was in China. The professor of Chinese history counters the arguments most frequently made by skeptics in an attempt to prove once and for all that the Venetians spoke the truth. He suggests, for example, that Polo didn't include the Great Wall in his chronicles because the impressive monument only achieved its great proportions under the Ming Dynasty several hundred years later. Vogel further maintains that Chinese records from the 13th and 14th century routinely glossed over visits from Western envoys, making Polo's exclusion less peculiar. Historians before have touched on these issues while defending Marco Polo's honor, but Vogel also relies on another compelling body of evidence. The explorer's meticulous descriptions of currency and salt production in the Yuan area. According to Vogel, Polo documents these aspects of Mongol-Chinese civilization in greater detail than any of his Western, Arab, or Persian contemporaries, a hint that the Venetian relied on his own powers of observation. Polo's claims about the size of paper money and the value of salt, among other aspects, check out against archaeological evidence and Chinese documents maintained by Yuan officials, Vogel concluded. Will we ever know whether Marco Polo traveled to China and attended Kublai Khan? Perhaps not, but the consequences of his real or fictional journey are still felt across the globe. So I'm a Marco Polo believer.
Hashtag flat Earth is real.
Absence of evidence is, dude. I'm sick of historical revisionists trying to freaking revise everything with like you know something more about somebody from 800 years ago than he knew, right? Like you're 800 years later, you're trying to revise his historical record.
Well, you're trying to build a three-dimensional picture of who the person was.
You're trying to cast doubt on a historical record.
Well, on whether or not a person actually existed.
I mean, what would be the point?
Sell some books?
Nah. Oh, yeah, you're bringing it back. So your or the theory is that he was like in prison or something with an actual guy who did all this traveling, and then he stole his story.
Oh, I don't know.
I think that's what it was. I've heard that. Which dude would have had to have gone through extremely good, telling and whatnot. Let's sell some Deal with the Devil.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. $27,945. $28,000. We did it. 18 minutes ago, Melton Ricardez grabbed the Cyber Monday package. So, gosh, how many people are watching right now? It's 78 people watching. Is it everyone who's just been here all night? Alpha Proto. Boy, lots of commentary we have not been paying any attention to. Hold on a second. Actually, let me. Oh, John T-Net for Hong Kong, $100. Actually, Marco Polo is a historical figure in Chinese history as well. and he's in Hong Kong. P Money, true story. My mom gored by a rhino and lived. Oh my gosh, seriously? P Money, that's insanity. All right, that is my 2 super chats. Sorry, I didn't catch those till now, guys. But okay, so for those of you who may not have been here like all day while I was streaming and talking about this, the Cyber Monday package that everyone who's gotten advertisements from on Facebook, Twitter, Indiegogo. Oh, I should probably be sharing the screen. Facebook, Twitter, Indiegogo. Where else do I advertise? Oh, my email blasts, all that stuff. So they get this deal, right? The Cyber Monday package deal. It's got the Meg sign. It's got SIXGUN Samurai sign. It's got Deal with the Devil sign. It's got the Lone Star Comics Gate Alliance Rabbit Free signed cover, and the Christmas announcement, which is a piece of art I will be doing after I get back from Tokyo, which you will be able to print out, give to your loved one who you are giving this wonderful comic book set to, or just one of them, and then you keep the other ones. On top of all that, oh my gosh, there's only 4 left, John. There's only
nice. That moved very well for you then.
It did quite well. So on top of that, the next 4 people who buy this, and it's only the next 4 people who buy this package, get this. The Imaginaries Lost and Found trade paperback, signed by me. This is, it's my favorite. It's probably the favorite thing I've ever created. I can't wait to, at some point in the future, redevelop this. I want to start back from the beginning and have one artist do the whole thing. Here, this was written written by me and Ben Avery, and then created by me, written by me and Ben Avery, illustrated by me. I did the real world stuff, and then Greg Titus, who does the Star Wars black label or the black covers for all the toys. He's the artist that does that stuff now. He was the artist on this book back then. And so most of these books I had outside, they were destroyed in the rain. I salvaged a little over 55 copies. On this Indiegogo, just today, Cyber Monday only, I made 52 available for purchase, or not for purchase, as a gift. So you buy the Cyber Monday package, I give this to you as a free gift. So you get a total of well over 500 pages of Mike S. Miller comic book goodness for $70. And can you close the door, please?
Which door?
That door, the only one.
What's that?
Yeah, that's my kids.
Mail and militia.
Mail and militia. But that's it. Just today. Is it focusing? Focus. Look at that. Superhero G.
Ugh.
So rad. I love Superhero G.
He's fat.
That's it, man. There's 4 left. 48 have been claimed. There are 4 left. Get them while you can. After that, after the 52nd one is, then it's just the normal Cyber Monday package for whoever is left. So I'm only telling you guys on YouTube that you're the only people I told all day. I didn't do any other advertising about the free Imaginaries book. So you're my peoples. There's 4 left. I expect by the time the Aloha Hour is done, those will be gone. So do what you got to do. Yo.
Yeah.
That's my pitch. ABC. Always be closing. Coffee is for closes. Wine is for closes. What are you looking at? Are you reading all the chat? You guys better not be swearing in the chat. My son's reading it. So, Cyber Monday, baby.
Yeah.
It's been my second best day. It was, you know how usually it's the first day is your best day, then the second day, and then the last day. Those are your best.
Yeah, it definitely winds down. It's not dead, but you know, consistent in the middle, and then shoots back up last day. Yeah, you got a good spike. That's good.
It's like having a second first weekend.
Yep. Yeah, that's excellent.
Fan-spank-stick.
All right, what else you got on unicorns?
What else do I have on unicorns? Do you want to go to Marco Polo's description of the dinosaur? All right, here's his description of the dinosaur.
Wait, what did you think it was?
The Allosaurus. All right, so here, let me get an Allosaurus and I'll read it. Images.
Oh, it looks like a raptor.
Allosaurus. All right. Here are seen huge serpents. Serpents is a word we commonly use for reptile nowadays. Why is there so much noise? Why is it necessary to make all this noise? Huh? Here are seen huge serpents, 10 paces or 30 feet in length, and 10 spans, 8 feet girt about the body, 8 feet wide around the body. Girt of the body. So
I got one on my screen if you want to lock on there while you describe this.
Let's see yours. All right. Let me drag this over here. At the forepart, near the head, they have 2 short legs, having 3 claws like those of a tiger, with eyes larger than a 4-penny loaf, basically a dinner loaf. What's a dinner loaf? About 3 inches wide. A pane de 4 denari, and very glaring. The jaws are wide enough to swallow a man. The teeth are large and sharp, and their whole appearance is so formidable that neither man nor any kind of animal approach them without terror. That describes other slightly smaller ones. They lurk in caverns, from whence at night they issue to seek their food. And whatever beast they meet with, they can lay a hold of, whether a 600 freaking pound tiger, a wolf, or any other, they devour. After which they drag themselves towards some lake, spring of water, blah, blah. This describes how they actually kill them.
Wait, I want to hear it.
All right. By their motion in this way along the shore with their vast weight, they make a deep impression, as if a heavy beam had been drawn along the sands. So they probably dragged their tails, not stuck them up in the air like modern science says. There they... Wait, those whose employment it is to hunt them observe the track by which they are most frequently accustomed to go, and fix to the ground several pieces of wood armed with sharp iron spikes, which they cover with the sand in such a manner as not to be perceptible. When therefore the animals make their way towards the places they usually haunt, they are wounded by these instruments and speedily killed. The crows, as soon as they perceive them to be dead, sit up to scream, and this serves as a signal to the hunters, who advance to the spot and proceed to separate the skin from the flesh, taking care immediately to secure the gall, which is most highly esteemed in medicine. In the cases of the bite of a mad dog, a pennyweight of it dissolved in wine is administered. It is also used in accelerating parturition when the labor pains of a woman have come on. A small quantity of it being applied to the carbuncles, pustules, and other eruptions on the body, they are presently dispersed, and it is efficacious in many other complaints. The flesh, also, of the animal is sold at a dear rate, being thought to have a higher flavor than other kinds of meat, and by all persons it is esteemed a delicacy.
Well, it definitely sounds like Asian culture. That has the ear of truth.
I would eat that thing. I love alligator, man.
Yeah.
I'd eat a freaking Allosaurus.
Yeah. I'd give it a try. Now,
Yeah.
what if that thing was, you know, like what if that was covered in fur? Would that claw actually look like a cat's claw?
If it were covered in fur, it wouldn't be described as a serpent.
Yeah, that's true. Did they ever come to a conclusion on whether or not dinosaurs actually had any kind of fur or feathers or?
Oh, they keep trying to push that line, but I don't see anything convincing.
Yeah.
These
So,
are 30 feet long, by the way.
So again, if these things are pretty common wherever Marco's at, where are all the Asian drawings of them?
Asian drawings. Oops. Ooh,
Paintings, records.
Closed the Google Chrome. Hold on a second. Well, if you go to Cambodia, you look up Stegosaurus. This is a 12th century carving. This temple has other carvings on it. They're like, oh, a boar, a monkey, what a freaking hyena or something. This looks like some sort of a lizard. I don't know what the hell that is. All over this temple are other just normal, everyday. Well, there's some pornographic gods. They were big on that. Let's see. There's a, what's that, like a boar? Not a boar. Looks like it's got horns. So buffalo maybe. Just a bunch of random creatures that they saw, every day. Looks like another monkey, gazelle or something. I don't know what the hell that is. It's got a curled tail, maybe some sort of marsupial.
Mm-hmm.
And then a stegosaurus.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
And they weren't archaeologists digging up stegosaurus bones. So
let's say there's Stegosaurus in Cambodia.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't validate whether or not there are whatever allosaurs in China.
No, especially if they were all eaten.
But I would think that in China in 1500, when Marco Polo was hanging around,
1200.
Oh yeah, 1200. I mean, they're going to paint tigers. They're going to paint, peacocks, whatever they're painting. Someone's going to be painting these crazy lizards.
Yeah, the only dragons I ever see in Chinese art are these very highly stylized ones.
Yeah.
How about earliest dragon? It's 12th century. Try 13th. 13th century Chinese dragon. Okay, that's just a weird ass looking dragon.
Yeah, almost like a Komodo.
Yeah. It's hard to find art from 12th century. Let's see. What is this? Ancient brick art of Kirin. What is this from?
Mm-hmm.
Ancient brick carving art of, oh, a Kirin. A Kirin is a quote unquote mythical beast that's sort of got the body of a horse and the head of a lion.
Yeah, they're on drugs in China.
But it's the good stuff.
Yeah.
Chinese dragon art. I wonder how ancient that is.
What's that to the right of it? The image.
This?
Yeah.
I don't know. China Han Dynasty. Oh, let's try that. Han Dynasty. Han Dynasty Dragon. Ha! What's that, John?
It's close.
That's pretty flippin' close.
Yeah.
Short
That's
forepaws, giant. Oh my gosh. I've never seen that before. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, 3 fingers on it.
3 fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the Allosaur again?
On my screen.
On yours? Oh. Oh. A little bit stylized. Obviously,
Yeah.
it's got gold leafing in it.
Yeah. But I could see this being a stylized version of the Allosaur that's on my screen. And I'm looking at the dates on there, like 220 CE and 206 BCE. So I could definitely see an artist's interpretation of this, where they start stretching out and elongating the torso to be more snake-like.
Like the stylized Chinese dragon. Yeah.
Yeah. So this would be an exaggeration of the Allosaur, because it's not dead on, but it's close enough, I think, to make an argument. I mean, clearly there's none of these what are the fins on his back, the head's not the right shape, but it's ballpark.
Well, you have to keep in mind for a second, these fins would have been flesh. We're building this Allosaurus here. Okay, wait.
Like cartilage.
Yeah, cartilage or yeah, some sort of a tissue.
Yeah, it's possible.
Whereas we're rebuilding this 100% out of bones.
Right.
So this.
Yeah, well, that gives it a little bit of credit. So I would almost feel comfortable. I wouldn't feel comfortable, but I'd say I would be willing to believe that something like this existed back into 206 BCE, but probably further, because the artist who did this was probably doing a copy of a copy of a copy, because the head's not right, and yeah. And so I guess we'd have to argue the fins, but yeah, the head's not right. So it's probably a copy of a copy of a copy.
Well, here's an interesting thing. What was it? The duckbill dinosaur? So you see this they found the impression of a duckbill dinosaur skin, right? See how it's got like the bumps on it? Duckbill dinosaur. Was it a carving or a drawing? There's a carving or a drawing. Carving? Statue? Dadgummit, I don't know how to find this. Did I say carving already? I already did, huh? Just keep looking. There was an ancient, like, I don't remember how old it is, hundreds and hundreds of, or maybe even 1,000-year-old drawing or carving of a duck-billed dinosaur that showed its skin as having that texture. And it's not a texture anyone on Earth knew until they found that impression.
And where did the impression come from?
I think it might have been Peru.
But I mean, it's like a 1,000,000-year-old thing, or what?
Oh, the impression. Well, they say it's 1,000,000 years old, but I don't believe in that crap.
Or whatever, 8,000. Is that closer? 8,000?
Oh, I think they were all done in the flood. So about 4,500 years ago.
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, it was found in Montana 70 million years ago. Therefore, some darn it, I wish I could find it. What else could it have been called? Duck-billed dinosaur. Oh, I already wrote that. Just ancient skin. Was it a carving? Oh, dude, did you see this?
What?
They freaking found a mummified dinosaur.
Hold
Which I would
on.
call a dragon, but how freaking rad is this thing?
Where is this? It looks like Godzilla, Mike.
No, it's one of those, those big old spiky ones.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what the name of it is, but
Like Spike from Land Before Time. They got the ball on their tail or something.
But how rad is that? It's the actual mummified creature. It's not a fossil.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Where'd they find it?
Alberta, I guess.
Canada?
Yeah, probably frozen.
Probably fake.
It looks so fake. So rad, dude.
When was this? When did that happen?
They just found this. I think I heard about it. Like here, let me see. The Atlantic, 2017. Yeah, a couple years ago or last year. One of the most spectacular fossil finds of all time. Yeah, this thing. This one, the Boreolapelta Ankylosaurus. So rad, dude.
Hey, he's like a bicorn.
It's like a multi-corn. Those Canadian dinos, eh? They know what's up.
P Money must be Canadian. He says all the best stuff is found in Canada.
It's a fossil of the tissue, though, not just bones. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, dude. They've got dinosaur soft tissue. They have the DNA from
Dino DNA?
red blood cells. Yeah. Have you not seen this?
Jurassic Park? Yeah, I've seen it.
There it is. This was the first. I think this might have been the first story. They cracked open a fossil, looked inside with a microscope, and they found some of the tissue was still soft. It was not fossilized. Red blood cells, I think T cells. We tested 35 samples of fossils, bones, eggshells, and learned whether they preserve. And the funny thing is, when they discovered it, the scientists in charge was like, that can't be what it looks like.
I would have ate it right then and there.
And then they discovered, after this, they discovered duckbill dinosaur. I think that was a T-Rex, the other one. Soft tissue, fleshy rooster comb. So they found the dinosaur fossil, fleshy rooster comb, mummified. Yeah, they're calling it mummified because it's not. It's not. They're finding all of this ever since they found that first one. They're finding all of this dinosaur soft tissue, which, if it's soft tissue, it means there's carbon in it, which means it can be carbon dated, but they refuse to carbon date it. Because if they carbon date it, nothing can be carbon dated older than 50,000 years. Right?
Okay.
So you can't. After 50,000 years, it's supposed to be like you lose. You're not supposed to have soft tissue after 50,000 years. They said in the first article, the one from the Smithsonian, that that 60 million year old tissue would have disintegrated at a molecular level. It literally can't exist according to everything they had considered before. So the fact that they're finding all of this soft tissue, and they're saying that it's not even that uncommon anymore. When they crack what they think are fossilized bones open, they're finding that they're not fossilized all the way through. They're actually just encased in fossilization, and they're just bones and soft tissue on the inside.
Sweet. So when do we get a T-Rex?
I know, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, put a saddle on it, some machine guns.
Dude, you take some of this tissue, you clone it, you put it in an ostrich egg, and you let the ostrich germinate it.
Yeah, suckers.
Freaking.
Then you feed the ostrich to the T-Rex.
Yeah. It'd be so rad, man.
Yeah, Nevercold's got it. He said Dino Riders. That's right.
Lone Star's new ride. It's fun stuff, dude. Looking up all this stuff, it's so much fun.
Would you support that if they announced today, Mike, that they were going to start cloning T-Rexes?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hell yeah. How would you not?
Oh, I wouldn't. I wouldn't have any problem at all.
Ooh, so
I'd want one.
Oh my gosh, there's 50 claimed. Ta Peng Wang and Brett Seagraves grabbed 2 of the last 4. So there are 50 claimed. There are 2 left on the Cyber Monday package deal with the free Imaginaries book. And Anonymous grabbed Deal with the Devil PDF. So thank you. Thank you all. $28,135. Exciting times. Let's see what the old chatteroo is talking about. Don't do it, Mike. We've seen the movies. Dude, I had the best idea. Okay, the guys I'm working with on the Meg, so they also work with the guys at Universal, and back in the day, we were talking about getting the license to do the Jurassic Park comics. And I was like, dude, we should do this. We should do a Jurassic Park story where, like, some people from Thailand sneak onto the island and, like, steal some raptors to breed for, like, raptor fighting, like cage fighting. And then the raptors start breeding, and they're really smart, so they break out and they start and it turns in they just decimate whatever this small island off the coast of Thailand is. And so the guys have to go in, and it's like aliens, right? Where they're just going in, having to mow down like all these raptors, like so freaking sick.
Because I think the scary part would be for the raptors. If you drop 2 raptors in Thailand, all the people would try to eat them.
Well, that's why they got mad, because they were eating users.
Nuclear Sandwich says John would be that guy sitting on the toilet in the first Jurassic Park movie. What, the lawyer? Was that the lawyer? Runs in there and he's all scared.
Yeah.
Hey, dude.
Yeah, that guy. That's you, man.
Oh, I'm the Indiana Jones guy. Sam, what's his name? 100%. What's his name? Sam O'Neill.
Sam Neill.
Sam Neill. Yeah, that's who I am. Totally.
Yeah, that's you, man.
No, actually, I'd probably be the Jeff Goldblum. I'd be the naysayer. I'd be like, it's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Bad idea. Here's why it's gonna suck.
So busy trying to see if you could do it, you didn't stop to think if you should.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sam Elliott. It's not Sam Elliott. It's Sam Neill. Jeez.
Yeah.
You'd be eaten. Eaten. All right. Let's see here. So, guys, get on it. There's only 2 left. If you want that package plus the free of the last 2 copies of the Imaginaries, there's 2. There's only 2 left. Get on it now. Nerd Wonder, I think, missed her chance.
Yeah.
Yoko Ono. What? Why are you talking about Yoko Ono? Oh, you want to feed her to a velociraptor? I'm okay with that.
Hmm.
I got no love for that woman, man.
Yeah, she's annoying. But other than that, she's harmless.
Yeah. You know what's weird? You ever listen to Sean Lennon?
Not really.
That's
her son, right? Not the other guy, right?
Yeah. Little
Julian.
half Japanese John Lennon.
Yeah, Sean Lennon. Yeah. No, I don't listen to him. I'm aware of him.
Yeah. I saw him live once at South by Southwest. But yeah, he's got like this super high voice, and he does this really weird. He's way more Yoko Ono than he is John Lennon.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, because he looks a lot like John Lennon. I thought he sung like him too, but maybe it's just Julian.
I think it's just Julian.
Yeah. Well, Julian had a one-hit wonder, didn't he?
Sitting on a pebble by the river, playing guitar.
Did Sean Lennon have any hits?
No, not as yet.
Not as yet. God, he's old. He's older than I am, I think.
Sean Lennon? No, he's still a kid. I mean, not a kid, but well, then again, I don't know how old you are, John.
Yeah. How old's Sean Lennon? Didn't his dad die in 70 something?
No,
80 something, wasn't it? Yeah.
He was 84.
Oh, Julian is 55, born 1963. It's old.
He's 43, so I guess he could be older than you, but we don't know your age, John.
Yeah, he's older than I am.
Well, he's younger than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird because he's Japanese, but he really does look like John. John had some strong genes, I guess.
Yeah. Hey Jude is loosely based on Julian Lennon.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Written by Paul McCartney.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Final FU to John, I guess.
I'm
trying to find that one hit wonder he had. Oh, Too Late for Goodbyes. Remember that song?
Too late. Vaguely.
Okay.
Sing it.
Pull it up on your YouTube real quick. Oh, I'm not gonna sing.
Sing a couple bars.
No, I'll make Yoko Ono sound good, man.
Julian Lennon. Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah, you remember it now?
Yeah.
Pete Mack said, John is a spring chicken as fresh as a daisy. It's true.
It's absolutely true.
Yeah. Watermelon Platypus said, I just doxed myself. No. I'm probably zeroing it in for people that are really paying attention, but you know.
Anonymous. Gosh, I really wanted to do this until I was out of these imaginaries. Maybe I'll just make it 50. Nobody else gets any. What do you think?
Yeah, just cut it off.
Cut it off.
You're 15 minutes to midnight your time, aren't you?
I am indeed. I am indeed.
There you go. You got 15 minutes. Then shut her down.
You got 15 minutes, people. 15 minutes. And then we're done here.
Mortal V said, I looked up John's talent show performance from 6th grade, and yeah, he's right. You know, that's funny, because in 6th grade, I actually was in a play. I remember that, because I had left the school that I was attending mid-school year. What is that? After, there's 2 semesters, right, in a school? Yeah, so after first semester, I changed schools. But I went back to my other school so I could finish that play, because they were going to be left high and dry. It was a good character building moment, but yeah, I was terrible. Terrible. So
you were bad in 6th grade, really?
Huh?
You were bad in 6th grade?
Well, I mean, I barely got through my lines. There was no singing involved. It was just a bit part. I was a grave digger called Wart Wimble.
And that's how it all began.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried out to be a soldier in the play, but I ended up just getting a whatever cruddy part.
A grave digger.
Yeah.
Graveyard shift.
Mm-hmm. Now, when I was in 9th grade, I entered drama. I think I might have told you when I ended up getting out there to meet Edward James Olmos.
Oh, that does sound familiar.
Yeah. So, but I had to go through like a hazing period to get into this drama club, and you know, we had to wear these tags around our neck. And anytime someone in the drama club found you throughout the day, you know, you'd have to read off whatever's on your tag aloud to everybody. You'd have to do whatever they wanted you to do, and at the end of the day, they brought us out onto the stage, like one at a time. And I remember, you know, I wasn't a fat kid or anything like that, but I was a little self-conscious. And so they bring me out on the stage, and all I can hear is girls in the audience. They're all drama club girls. And check this out for sexual harassment. I'm at school, and then what do they say to me while I'm on the stage by myself with the spotlight on me? Take off your shirt. Take off your shirt. So then I had to take it off, and then they're like, woo! So,
poor John Malin never got over it.
Oh, well, look, man. You know, all the women complaining about all this stuff. Look what I have to go through. And even when I was Jason down there at that, when I was doing Jason at that trailer park camp thing a couple months ago, I was walking down the road, and everybody gets around on this place on golf carts. And as I was walking the street, a golf cart passed right past me. And what happens? A girl reaches out as they're blowing past me and smacks me on the butt. Yeah, that's sexual harassment, man. Anyone else would have? I mean, look, I'm a dude. You know, I don't think much about it, but I do consider. I'm like, if that went the other way around, you know, there'd be some real problems going on here potentially.
So it's never gone the other way around, John? You never smacked a girl you didn't know on the butt?
No, actually, I don't think I have. Yeah, I'm a gentleman.
I'm trying to think if I ever have. It seems like something I would have done, but
well, I mean, you see it all the time on TV, but that's a real bold move, man. You know, to just go and smack some chick on the butt somewhere, and you're playing with fire.
Yeah, I don't think I have done that.
Yeah. Yeah. John, were you traumatized? No, I wasn't traumatized. I was just aware. I was like, if this went the other way around, you know.
Have you ever had a girl assault you in public?
Yeah, sexually. Yeah, absolutely. What, you haven't?
Oh yeah, a couple of years ago, I was at a bar with. Actually, I was there with my wife, and she was in the bathroom, and I was at the bathroom waiting for her. And this drunk chick in front of me freaking grabbed my crotch.
Yeah, same here.
I'm like, "Hello." I'm like, "No, thank you." And
Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me. I was at the Hyatt in Chicago for a comic convention back when they still had the old bar, and I was hanging out out front of the bar in the lobby kind of area ish, talking with some friends, and then this lady comes up and she's like, "Today's my birthday," and I reached my hands out to give her a hug, like, "Oh, happy birthday!" And you know, she came in for the hug, and then she grabbed our junk. Yeah.
police, police! There's a girl with her hand on my unit.
Uncanny Kodiak. No, I said I wasn't a fat kid. Yeah, I had maybe a little bit of weight at times, so no, I wasn't a fat kid. I was a good-looking kid. Yeah.
You should have punched her in the nose, says Desiccant. No.
You know, it's just it's not that big of a deal, but you know, I do, you know, I am aware when stuff like that happens. I'm like, yeah, you know, this is you know, the other way around, it'd be wildfire. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the girl.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't do that anyways. Be a gentleman, Malin.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not gonna hit a chick.
I know you're not.
Yeah.
You're a married man.
Yeah. Well, even if I wasn't married, I'm still not gonna punch a chick for that. I'd be like, no, that's all right. You can get your hands off, you know, but hey.
You're going down.
No.
You don't hit women.
Yeah.
John gives random people hugs if they say it's their birthday.
Oh, well, she came in for a hug. You know, like, oh, it's my birthday. I'm like, oh, okay. You know, yeah, I was just being nice. Whatever.
But John, you realize she didn't come in for a hug.
Well, I found out, yeah. Oh, and then it was funny because then right after that happened, you know, I pushed her hands away. I'm like, whoa. And I swear, I mean, without missing a beat, she just went over to my next friend and went to do this exact same thing to him. I was like, what is going on?
Wow,
yeah, I think she got 3 of us by the time she got through our little group. So, yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah,
right, we got
mass sexual assaults.
10 minutes left. Yeah, sexual assaults are. It's kind of a one-way road.
Yeah, these women got to be stopped.
Yeah. John dresses like he wants crotches and unicorns. Yes, P Money. This is the Crotches and Unicorns Cyber Monday edition of Aloha Hour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't attend bars very much anymore, but
oh, me neither.
Yeah.
I barely drink. I'll drink socially, you know, if I'm out, you know, doing something special. But, you know, on my average hanging out, yeah, I'll drink a pop.
Yeah, I drink every night, but just like 1 glass. Doctor's orders, high blood pressure. So.
Yeah. Oh, a pop or?
No, wine or something.
Yeah, I noticed you drink a lot of wine.
Yeah, he said have 2 drinks a night.
Yeah.
I guess it's good for your blood pressure.
Gotta get that doctor.
You don't want high blood pressure, John. My Ernie Reyes Jr. is on dialysis from high blood pressure.
Yeah.
It just freaking shot his kidneys. I'm like, that's no good.
Yeah, no bueno.
Yeah, it's because I was talking to him at a con. I told you I knew him as kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to him, and I was like, I just made the worst joke. He's like, he told me he had to take dialysis regular. I'm like, oh, you're an alcoholic? So no, I had high blood pressure. It ruined my kidneys. I'm like, it's not funny.
That sucks.
That's yeah.
Yeah. You ever finish that Buster Scruggs?
I have not. I have not had much time. Maybe tonight.
Yeah.
bring my computer into the bedroom and
Yeah, you probably only have like 20 or 30 minutes. You don't have a TV in your bedroom?
we had it. Okay, here's the deal on the TV front. JoJo broke our old TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it was when I was away at a convention, and I came home, plonked the money down, got another TV. Freaking 6 months later, so JoJo's the special needs one, so he's very nearly impossible to discipline so that it'll stick in his head. And they're saying hi to you, Micah. They know you're there. It's not like you're camouflaged. And JoJo had to go to bed, so Isaac turns the TV off, and JoJo just gets mad and takes the controller and just bang, breaks the brand new TV.
Dang.
Yeah, and I'm like, it was Costco. If he had done it within 3 months, I could have taken it back, or 60 days. But it was like 6 months. It was a 6-month-old TV. He broke it. My insurance is like, it has to be somebody that doesn't live in the house that breaks a thing in order for the insurance to cover it. And unfortunately, my own kids break everything.
Yeah. So that was a TV in your bedroom?
No, that was the TV in the living room. And so we haven't replaced it because I haven't had extra money to replace the TV. And so my daughter had anime club. She had some friends over to watch anime. So they took the TV out to our TV in our bedroom, out to the TV, to the living. This is a really long, boring story. I don't know.
I'm fascinated. Please.
It's slow TV.
Yeah.
So we took our bedroom TV out to the living room, and there it has been ever since. And now we have, my wife and I must simply entertain each other in the bedroom.
Oh, what size is that TV that you moved into the living room?
I'd say it's probably a 44.
No, that's too bad.
Yeah, we had a 55. We can't go too big because we have a TV stand.
Mm-hmm.
It's only this wide. I mean, it's only wide, so we can't get the bigger ones have the feet on the sides, right? And so you have to get one with a stand in the middle. And so I can't go like 60 inches. I think 55s is probably as big as I can get and put on that stand.
Yeah, they have limits for different stands. Like, I had to buy a specific stand. I got a 70-inch in the living room, 55 in the bedroom. That's how we roll. Yeah. A nice night light. We leave it on. We watch Netflix. We just let it play. A lot of Star Trek and Midsummer Murders.
Which Star Trek?
The original series and Next Generation. This is the only two I ever really watch.
Make it show number one.
Yeah. So, it's fun. I love the Data Sherlock and the whole Moriarty thing when they bring him back and he's trying to get out of there. Real deep.
No, I love that stuff, man. Yeah. Watermelon Platypus, $2 for your new TV fund.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully I'll do well at Tokyo. And then after Tokyo, this here Indiegogo should wrap up a week or so, week and a half after that. No, I guess about a week after that. And hopefully it won't take me a bloody month to get paid again. And then maybe we'll get a TV for Christmas. That'd be nice.
Yeah, that would be nice. 70-inch.
No.
You could have got one on Black Friday for like $700.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out some way to create a giant screen protector for my son who has already broken TVs.
Yeah, plexiglass.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Except the last one we got was like concave, so it was rad.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and I'm like, we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Plexiglass. TV.
I guess I can stop sharing the Allosaur.
I kind of liked it. I kept thinking, John's a dragon.
Yeah, I'll make it my new avatar until I start up another campaign, maybe.
Right.
Let's see. Oh yeah, well you can mount it. Nuclear Sandwich is saying to mount it on the wall where you can't reach it. Yeah, but you can still throw things.
Yeah, the first one he broke by throwing a remote at it.
Yeah.
And he's, I mean, dude, that kid's a good shot. Micah, don't stuff that in your nose. You look like Nasser. Yeah, that kid, it's weird because he's a really good at throwing things. He's a really good aim.
Yeah.
So if he wants to break the TV that's up there on the wall with the $200 mount, that's going to help. Yeah. Why not use a projector? I was just going to suggest a projector to John. Have you ever had a projector? Dude, if you've got a good wall, just a good blank wall, dude, we used to set up a projector in our living room. It was so nice. I mean, it's like, 12 feet wide, 8 feet tall. You're just watching stuff. We used to play Star Wars Battlefront on there, and it was like it splits up 4 screen, and it was like everybody had their own big screen TV to play on.
Did you have to keep the room dark?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really been my only big hang up on a projector is, I like to watch, big screen. Well, big screen wherever, but in the living room. And it's just too hard keeping light under control, or it would be too hard. So.
Oh, Sean Finney rolls in at the last minute for a Cyber Monday package deal. There is one left, ladies and gentlemen. That is one. One left if anybody wants it. Otherwise, find them on eBay because I'm not selling the rest.
Razdoc is asking if you can dial a big screen projector down to 65 inch, or do they have to be huge?
I don't. I think it depends on the projector. You can adjust the width and the focus. If you bring it closer to your wall, then it'll be a smaller thing. But it has a certain spread.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now those play regular DVD, Blu-rays.
They'll play anything you plug into it.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, they're neat. I mean, you don't want to do it if your wall is like brown or like a dark tan or something. But man, if you have a room that you're willing, I mean, you could get a screen, but really just a white wall, or a very light colored wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if I get around to getting another house, the nice basement, kind of like that one we were looking at when you were looking at that Zill, all white one. Yeah, man, if I could find a all white wall, well, I could paint an all white wall. But if I had a nice basement, I knew it was good and sound in there, I wouldn't be against putting a projector up on there then.
Yeah. Yeah.
As long as it's a sharp image, because I don't want a big blurry mess. I want it high def.
Yeah. Well, the newer ones I think are pretty sharp. Mine was 720, but that was like 12 years ago, something like that. So let's see. High resolution projector. Well, okay, if you want to go crazy balls out, okay, there are more expensive ones, but this one's $4,000. It is 3840 by 2160 resolution. 2160p. That's double 1080p regular.
Does that have like because I mean the larger you're going to go with the image, the more it's going to get spread out. So at what point do you get that resolution? Is it equivalent to a 65-70 inch or?
Let's see, how far up can you go? This is 4K Ultra HD. Oh, here we go. Here, let me just share it. So feature 12,000 to 1 contrast ratio. Resolution pro ratio with tolerance, zoom type, lens shift. Dimensions. Ooh, 19. Oh, that's the actual thing. Ratio. Projection screen size. 302 inches. Optimal size range 140 inches.
Oh,
So
nice.
that's what, 12, 13 and a half feet,
Yeah, I'll take it.
right?
Yeah, I'll check one out one day.
Well, check this out. Optimal size at 140 inches.
Mhm.
That's at Ultra HD, right? So
It seems like it, yeah.
so you could go, if you're willing to have just a simple 1080p, which is high res,
Right.
normal high res monitors, dude. You could go like 20. If you have a big enough wall, you could go freaking balls out.
Yeah.
It's like a movie theater.
That's what I'm talking about. I want a movie theater.
Yeah, right? Hell yeah. That would be so sick.
Yep.
That's like a dream come true for me, man. I love watching movies at home.
Nuclear Sandwich says the higher the lumens, the less you should have to darken the room. Yeah.
Right.
I don't. Pete Mack is talking about 4D holograph. What's 4D? Get a 4D holographic full immersion TV. Oh, okay. He says, "Oh wait, I forgot. I'm from the future." You had me for a second there, Pete. I was like, "Wait, what?" Because that would be what isn't fourth dimension like time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So technically, all projectors are 4-dimensional.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wait, no, they're 3-dimensional. There's height, length, and then height, width, and time.
Yeah. Time, length of the movie, length of the time that it takes to get from the camera to your eye.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
All right.
Nuclear Sandwich says just get a holodeck. I agree.
Right on.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Well, it is 12:05. I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks, everybody. This has been an incredible day. $28,215.
Woohoo!
Hot time in the city. Yeah, so that is well over $11,000 since Black Friday started.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Mike, your sell-fu has been strong with Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Most impressive. Did you sell the last one? No, I did not sell the last one. I'm just going to keep it.
Yeah.
51 is the magic number. Sorry.
Yeah. Or send it to a friend off in a faraway land surrounded by 5 giant, magnificent bodies of fresh water.
You want it, John? I'll send it to you. You want it?
Well, you can throw it in my package if you're going to send it to me, because I ordered.
You got it, brother. It's yours.
I got Meg and Lone Star. You can throw all those in one package. I'm in no rush. So
yours, man.
Oh,
yours.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks, guys, for not buying it. So now I win. Winning. Hashtag winning.
Hashtag winning. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you, everyone, for participating in this extravaganza weekend of basically having a second first weekend on this campaign. I am tired of talking. But it's been worth it. It's been worth it being here with you guys. It's been worth it seeing your support, and I'm just super blessed by everyone. Super glad everyone. I'm just glad to be a part of this community, even though I don't think it has a definite name that has a definition. But we don't need to go into that.
Oh, brother. Mike, you got everybody all happy, and then you're just sinking your own ship. Go ahead.
I love everyone. I love all of you. I love you, John Malin. You're the best.
In a very hetero way. Love you too, Mike.
Love you, Malin, no homo. As Edwin would say at the end of every Aloha hour, be the best you can be. Be the best you that you can be, and make this world a better place for you having been there. Love and peace and aloha to you all. John Malin?
Yeah. You guys can find me on Twitter at John Malin. You can find me on YouTube, also on John Malin, and Flat Earth is real.
Dinosaurs are among us. Peace out.